Hello, hello, hello. Hey, sweet essence, how are you? How you doing? Oh, child. Okay, yeah, we got that. Hello, hello, and hello. Hello to everyone else coming in. Oh, y'all, we're gonna get through this show. I just made me some tea. So, honey, we're gonna get through it, okay? I don't feel my best today, but we're gonna push through, honey. Gonna push through. I was watching this case with the young Dolph unaliving case. It's looking like it's pretty good. I think I'm going to just do like a scheduled show to just show it later because it's very interesting and how they were watching these guys and how they caught them. So I may show that later, okay, for Fox 5 Memphis. It's very interesting. That's what I was watching prior to coming on. But let's get on with our show because we do have some very exciting things to talk about. Ooh, child, ooh, child, ooh, child. It's a lot. Because y'all know I like stuff like that, trials and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into that. Why is this not showing? Uh, I'm trying to find my show on here. Give me a second. Child. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to find my show. All right, so let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Thank you all for being here. Y'all bear with me, okay? Let's get through our first topic here. You guys remember back in I want to say maybe a month ago when I covered Offset cheating on Cardi, and then he got this other girl pregnant, and he made her sign an NDA in order to get the AB to get rid of the baby. Well, there's some text messages from this particular individual who shared them on social media. Shout out to Gossip of the City because those text messages from Offset and this particular female were put on social media. So Offset, you getting blasted here, sir, for this conversation. And the NDA is also mentioned, so you can't lie your way out of that like you tried to do with Cardi and told her that was all a lie. This girl lying on you. You ain't made her sign no NDA, and she won't pregnant by you and all this and that. Well, text messages don't lie, do they? Because she sure did upload them and share them with social media. So shout out to Gossip of the City for putting them up there. And we're gonna read through them because I'm nosy, okay? Yeah, we're gonna read right on through them. Okay, so as you guys can see, it says that text messages between Offset and a girl named Blue about this pre-chick he cheated with. All right, so she is saying to what he is saying, because his messages are in white, her messages are in green. So he's saying that she not talking to him, dummy. Okay, it says that why you spreading that? So she comes back with, first of all, good morning. How are you? I haven't spoken on you or your wife at all. She goes on to say that I never have, says that you have too many people involved. Says that Nas, me, Morgs, Bois, Billions, and she says that and you keep coming at me crazy. She says that I haven't even been on my phone. Just leave me alone. Goes on to say, please, I don't care about y'all relationship. Says I keep it real on my part. Once you told me that you don't F with me, and you will get me spanked and whacked for no reason. She says that and you know that I am 22 and a single mom with nobody, and I do mean nobody. She says just leave me alone. She goes on to say that I'm not about to be looking over my shoulders. Pre already sent her best friend and them to fight me. This is weird. Okay. Another message says that please, I don't care about y'all relationship. Says that I kept it on my part. Once you told me that you don't, what you already read it. Not about to be looking over my shoulder. Says that Pre already sent her best friend and them to fight me at the lounge that night over your shit. Says that because Morgs told Pre that you paid me and that I'm on the NDA and Pre know my first and last name from Morgs. Says because Morgs had my first passport when I signed the NDA. Child. Says that this shit is literally right in your face. Stop trying to pick at me at this point. She says that I go through a lot in my own life. Okay. Says that Morgs is telling everyone who will listen. Says that Pre and Morgs are friends. Morgs tell her and Stefan everything. Says, but but yet every day you threaten me and come at me crazy. She says that I haven't even contacted you once, and says that you went far, and Morgs confirmed that you and Pre are still in communications directly. Says that she is still calling you, and she is sending you screenshots of, let's go forward. Well, that cut it off. Says the brother shit is beyond you. Said that like that's the whole reason that we got to fighting, and that you ain't even trying to hear it, and you hung up. Says that Morris been talking to Pre. Said I stood on 10 and handled the business, but outside they had a DIKE who hit me in the eye. Damn, says that I ain't gonna lie. So Offset says to her, you told my wife that I paid you, what the F? So she responds with, when? I never spoke to her. So then he responds with, she said that you told her about the NDA and all. So the NDA and the baby, that's what he's talking about. So she responds with, I've been outside fighting, what the F? He said, you crossed me. And she responds by saying, I don't speak to Cardi, never. Okay. So you remember I told you about the NDA that this girl was made to sign, where Offset was threatening her, letting her know if you don't get rid of this baby, that it's gonna be some issues. So she was forced to sign this NDA, saying that she was not going to speak on this baby situation. And so now it's looking like people are trying to jump her and fight her on his behalf. And trying to keep her quiet about this. You guys know that Cardi just had a baby as well. So this girl was allegedly pregnant during the same time that Cardi was pregnant. And he was at the time trying to save his marriage. But when Cardi, I guess, found out by one of these girls contacting her and spilling beans, like he done contacted her having this conversation, and he's threatening her. Like, you told her that I paid you, like, what the F? And then he's telling her that she said that you told her about the NDA and all. So this girl contacted Cardi and told her that she was made to sign an NDA and that she was also pregnant by Offset. So as you guys know, Cardi has since filed for divorce from Offset, and they are looking at getting divorced, even though she just had a new baby girl. So, child, that's some rap beef for you, okay? So I said, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that because this sounded a little juicy, all right? So you'll never be making no having text message conversations back and forth when people can like screenshot and save it and blast you like that, Offset. Like, how stupid are you? But go off, sir. Okay, that was from Gossip of the City. All right, let's move on. All right, so y'all remember yesterday we talked about Marsau and Black being closed because the health department came and shut them down. His lying ass is on social media still talking about this Black Nick that they're having. People in the comments were calling him out and asking him, was Black really closed? He's lying, saying and no, that it's not. They were asking, are you guys going to film this event for the show? Is this going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville? He's saying no, that it's not going to be on there. No cameras allowed. They don't never film their stuff. And I be feeling like it'd be all cap and it just be shit that they be making up along the way. If y'all have this much going on off the show, why would that not be your storyline versus worrying about Mel versus worrying about what she got going on and other people on the show? They so worried about Trish and Trish getting divorced and all that. Like Marsau thinking that he is supposed to be like the marriage coach or something on the show, but y'all have all these things going on off the show that people are asking in the comments. And I'm about to show you guys, is this going to be on the show? Is this going to be y'all storyline? And he's like, no cameras allowed. All right. So first he attacks a woman in the comments. Okay, so she is saying to Marsau, as you guys can see here, it says, Marsau, drink the water that you keep opening it and putting the cap back on. It says, I guess the drink with no cap is easier to drink, huh? So she's saying, pretty much trying to call him an alcohol. He was getting ready to drink some water, but then he put the water down and was drinking the alcohol, which we always see him drinking liquor. All right, so he comes back with, that's what you got from this? So then the woman says, yes, from watching all other videos too, duh, because we do always be drinking. All right, so let's scroll down. Then a person says, just check your stress levels and your heart, praying for you. So then he claps back with, please pray that God remove the annoying people from my life. That would be you. So you asking God to remove you from your life because you are annoying. So let's scroll down. So the woman came back that was telling him to drink water and says, sir, you can attack my looks, but I am trying to save your life. Says, please check with your doctor regarding the stress levels and your heart. So Marsau then claps back with, LOL, you attack my looks, ma'am. Says that I don't get the victim role. Says that I didn't attack your looks. I was confused with your concern about me when there were much more pressing matters. Okay. He is always arguing with women. He is always arguing with women. So let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. All right. So somebody was asking, was Black closed? He says, she says that Black is not closed, that it was closed for a couple days back in March. Says that, hell, we filmed in it. She's okay. So he was telling them back in March they filmed in it, but nobody's talking about March. They're asking right now. This was recently, guys. This was 3 days ago. Black is closed from the health department. So he's trying to be smart and do the word salad situation and make it sound like all the way back in March. Yeah, we know about March. We remember that because that's when it was shut down for something else. You guys were not up to code for something else. And now I just announced to you guys the other day that Black is closed again per the health department and per some other issues as well. But he's not going to address that and or talk about it because y'all remember before when it was closed, they were lying and saying that it wasn't closed and that there were cars there, they were open for business, they were serving drinks and when that was all lies. So then they get on the show and then do this whole, oh, we're so sad that we got to shut down for this, and this. Well, we had already told y'all that it was shut down, but see how they be lying. So you see right here where he is saying that Black is not closed. This was 3 days ago, that it was closed for a couple days back in March. He says that, hell, we filmed in it. Weird, okay? You guys are definitely closed down, all right? So this person says that people hear a rumor and just run with it, never bother to find out the facts. That's legal paperwork. We pulled that, okay? All right, so let's move on, honey. Let's move on. Because I saw where they asked, is he going to? Okay, so this person asked, are y'all filming this? Okay, talking about the Black Nick homecoming celebration they're going to be doing. Says, is it going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville show? All right, Marsau responds with, it says, at that person says, no cameras allowed. Okay, and then this other person asks, where do we buy the tickets? What's the website? Okay. So he's pretty much telling them, no, it's not going to be filmed, and no, Black is not closed. But that was 3 days ago that this conversation took place. This is him on here just talking about.
It's not a college party, just so you know. Anyway, what's in that bread? It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Delicious. It said a peanut butter sandwich. That was peanut butter and.
Y'all millionaires, so you bust down to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, I wonder if he fixed that hole over the stove too. In their house. I just wonder, did he fix the hole? You sitting there all dressed up with this little members only jacket on, and that non-matching hat that your ass got on and them ashy hands. Finally, he's wearing his wedding ring, we see, but and lying to your people in the comments about your establishment being open when we know it's closed, and you still wearing those Amazon fake ass chains that you've been wearing, Marho. But yeah, let's get into it.
Y'all like crunchy? Like I like mine extra crunchy. I don't know. And what do y'all like? Strawberry or grape? I'm a strawberry guy. Right. If you slice the sandwich, it's like having two sandwiches and you get more. Anyway, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about Black Nick? I attended last year and it was a blast. Yeah. A blast is one way you can call it. One thing you can say, you can call it a blast, but this year gonna be off the chain.
Why he looking so old in the face?
Almost sold half the sections in the first couple hours. It's out of control. It's about to be out of control. Out of control. Battle. Are you even related to any of the battles in Huntsville? How much are the tickets? We have an early bird ticket price. The early bird ticket price, I believe, starts off at $40. So
$40 for some damn tickets to get in there.
Smooth and grape. Nope. Hotels. Well, people are checking out on Sunday. I don't really know what to do about the hotel. Hopefully, if you're lucky, attending Black Meat, you might have a hotel package in there somewhere. You might be able to secure a hotel room. I'm not sure, but I'll let you guys figure that out. If all the rooms are booked during Black Meat, I'm pretty sure there'll be some openings. He
would know which hotels would have openings because his ass be up in there with his threesomes.
So you don't know. You never know if you play cards right. It really depends on what kind of 90s outfit you wear. Do you know the Struggs family in Huntsville? No, can't say I do.
All right, so let's pause for the call. Shout out to Dinah Rose, and shout out to one of my subbies for sending me this, where they were saying that the church that's near Black, that pastor over there, guys, called the police on Marsau, you guys. I think the man's name is Pastor Watkins, and pretty much blasted Marsau for the way that he actually did him the last time he let him rent. Rent his parking lot when they had the last huge event that they had over there at Black, because y'all know they don't have enough space to park or whatever. So the pastor rented his lot from the church lot for Marsau and them, and that is when they left all those beer bottles and cigarette butts and blunt stuff down there on the ground and paper and all that. They didn't clean the place back up. So of course that struck a chord with this pastor. So he just been like a total nuisance towards Marsau and them. Like, they not letting up off them every little thing that looks like they're violating. They be calling down to the city and they be calling the police and shit on them. So they said that the pastor, like I said, allowed Tisha and Marsau to rent their lot for homecoming, and they pretty much reneged on the deal, not cleaning up like they promised. Okay, they're saying that the community is pretty much over Tisha and Marsau over there at Black, and they want Black shut down for good, you guys. That's what they're saying. They're saying that they want Black shut down for good because of the way that they're running their business over there. And Tisha and Marsau, they respond by saying that they're not going anywhere, that they're staying there, and that they're not shutting their business down. So the pastor that's over there near Black, honey, at that church where Tisha and them been used, first they were just using the lot and not getting permission. But then Marsau and them had a conversation with the pastor and, you know, came up with a deal to where they would pay them X amount of money to rent their lot for an upcoming event, but then they didn't clean it. So then that put a bad taste in his mouth. So the pastor wound up calling the police on them for another issue that they had. So y'all remember on the show, Tisha and them was saying that different city councilmen and everybody else was breathing down their back and came and shut their establishment and stuff down. So people are really trying to shut their business down because of the way they're running business. They're not staying under code. It's a lot of stuff going on. They also have abatement charges, Tisha and Marsau, where their properties, other properties that they say to be owning are not clean. There's trash and stuff all over. There's things on the property that should not be there, that's against code there. So they have several, like I said, abatement charges. There were rats running rampant on one of their properties, like big rats, like wood rats running on their property from them having whatever it was in one of those houses that they say that they own. So it's a lot of stuff going on with Tisha and Marsau. Okay, so they need to finish what they're starting and or shut Black down. If y'all not gonna keep it open, because it's open then it's closed, it's open then it's closed. All right. So yeah, they got trash and stuff piled up, which is causing, I'm hearing rats and stuff on their property running around. They don't clean up. They don't clean up inside of Black, because like I read the comments and I can pull up Black right now and just go down comment after comment where they're saying that the place is nasty. From the bathroom to where you sit down and eat, the tables are nasty. One person was talking about they ordered a drink, the glass was not clean. Yeah, they just do not clean up. Tisha don't clean up at home. She's filming Love and Marriage Huntsville. We saw several episodes where the house was a mess. The house was nasty. Their bedroom, how do you not know the camera crew is coming and you don't make your bed? You got shit hanging all over the closet doors. Like, it's a hot damn mess. So yeah, they some nasty individuals. And I said, if I ever step foot in Huntsville, which I probably will never, I damn sure ain't pulling up to Black. Like, never ever. You ain't gotta disinvite me, because I ain't coming to the bitch. Okay. But nasty, nasty, and nasty. Okay, I don't even want to finish hearing what he got to say, because he's just sitting up here lying and deflecting. Let's move on to the next topic. What time is it? 12:30. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. I was kind of interested in this. I started looking at it. I didn't finish, so we'll kind of familiarize ourselves with this together. All right. So they have an innocence project going on with inmate Marcellus Williams, who is facing execution, they're saying today, for a crime that he did not commit. All right, we have a lot of people in prison that are innocent. Okay, innocent, and like they say, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. They said that we have until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to stop this irreversible injustice. So let's go ahead and read up on what they're saying here. Wow, this is so sad. Let me see if they got a news thing that's attached to this. Okay, no. All right, so shout out to my good reading skills. All right, let's get into it. All right, so shout out to Jasmine Brand at the Innocence Project. They're saying, it says that we wish that we had better news. Says, but as of now, Marcellus Williams is still scheduled to be executed by the state of Missouri tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for a crime that he is totally innocent of. Lord have mercy. Now, I said, unfortunately, that we've been here before. In 2017, Marcellus was 4 hours away from execution, already served his last meal when his execution was canceled, thanks to public outcry from people like you. They says it is cruel that he is in this position again, but we know that preventing this execution and saving his life is possible. They're saying that that's why we are asking you not to give up now. This says it is essential that we use these final hours to keep speaking up. Now, they're also saying that please continue sharing Marcellus' story far and wide, every phone call that we make, every social post that we create, every text that we send to a friend or a family member is making a difference. It says that don't stop calling, don't stop sharing, that it is not too late to save an innocent life, okay? So they're trying to stop his execution again, which is set for 6 p.m. That has to be a scary thing to know that at 6 p.m. somebody is getting ready to take your life. 6 p.m. I think it said that he unalived somebody. Let me pull up something right quick. That has to be so scary to know that at a certain time you are not going to be here anymore. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this case, we're going to just read off just a little bit, so because I know some of you guys in the comments are like, okay, what did he do? So let's get into it. So they're trying to stop his execution. All right, I'm sharing screen so that you guys can see. Shout out to Yahoo News, just so we can be familiar with what's going on with him. Okay. All right. So it says Marcellus Williams, life in hands of U.S. Supreme Court. All right. The Kansas City Star. That's what we're reading. Shout out to Yahoo News. That is him. Okay. Now it says the 3 cases are pending before the U.S. Supreme Court, with only hours remaining before Marcellus Williams is scheduled to be executed in Missouri. It says that Williams' death warrant goes into effect at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The 55-year-old was convicted in the 1998 unaliving of Felicia Gale in the St. Louis area. It says that he has maintained that he is innocent and that no forensic evidence ties him to the crime. Now, on Monday, Governor Mike Parson denied clemency. It says that the Missouri Supreme Court denied an appeal brought by St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell, who supports vacating Williams' conviction. Now, the 3 questions before the Supreme Court are Williams' last chances at avoiding death. It says that one of them asks whether reversal is necessary when a capital conviction is so infected with errors that the prosecutor or prosecuted the case no longer seek to defend it. It says that it was brought late Monday after the Missouri Supreme Court rejected Bell's appeal. Now, it says that the other cases argue that the trial prosecutor struck a potential juror from the pool because he was Black and questioned whether capital defendants have due process rights in the clemency process. Now, Bell initially intervened on behalf of Williams in January. It said that though the prosecutors had filed a motion in support of vacating Williams' conviction, the Missouri Supreme Court in June scheduled the execution for September 24th, okay, which is today, my mom's birthday. It says that a hearing last month in Bell's motion revealed that the recent NDA testing showed the original trial prosecutor's NDA on the unaliving weapon. Strike that. On the unaliving weapon, okay? So former prosecutor Keith Larner admitted to handling the knife at least 5 times without gloves. It says that potential DNA evidence belonging to the perpetrator could have been removed when the weapon was mishandled. Okay. So they says that weakened Williams' case, and he agreed to plead no contest. Now, the deal would have resentenced him to life without parole and spared him from capital punishment. But the Missouri Attorney General's office opposed the agreement, and the Missouri Supreme Court struck down the deal. All right, we're almost done. It says that the full evidentiary hearing then took place before St. Louis County Circuit Judge Bruce Hilton. It says that he ultimately denied bail's efforts, narrowing Williams' chances of avoiding execution. My God. It says that 2 petitions opposing Williams' execution have garnered more than 1 million signatures, according to the Innocence Project. Now, the execution is also opposed by Amnesty International, the NAACP, the Council of American Islamic Relations, and Representative Cori Bush at a St. Louis Democrat. All right. So Gail's family has also said that they do not want to see the execution carried out. It says that Williams was primarily convicted on the word of 2 witnesses who said that he had confessed to them. That's hearsay. One of them led authorities to his car where some of Gail's belongings were located. So how her shit get in your car? I don't know. Now I don't know how did the victim stuff get in your car? It says that both of those witnesses have since passed away. So that is what's going on with this case. I hope you guys understood that, because that was just a small little insert. So he is set to be executed today by 6 p.m. unless they overturn it by then, because this is the 3rd time that they've been able to overturn his execution. Okay, so they're saying that he's saying he didn't do it. He's been standing firm on the fact of saying he never did it. So we'll see what happens by 6 p.m. Of course, they'll announce it. If they do go through the execution, I will come on and update you guys on that. That is so sad. I would hate to be in a position where somebody's getting ready to take my life at a certain time of the day. It's like, what goes through your mind? What goes through your mind to just like all day long, you just kind of looking at the time steady ticking down, like, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock. I got 1 more hour before I take my last breath. That is so sad. And then the family of the victim, they don't even want to see him be executed. So it's sad. Oh my God, I don't even think about it. But prayers to him, prayers to his family, and prayers and hope that they can overturn this and find some type of loophole. If he's saying he didn't do it, and hopefully they can find something before they decide to go ahead and execute him later today. Okay. Because that would be sad if they find something after the fact and they don't execute this man. They find something after the fact saying that he was not guilty. I mean, shit, it's too late. Okay. Oh my God. So sad. Somebody said that I signed a petition to save this man's life. It's not over until it's over. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Have you guys heard about this case? Did y'all hear about the case? It's really sad. All right, let's move on. All right, so T.I. and Tiny, let's go ahead and share. They hit a big win for a case that they filed. Let's go ahead and get into that. So they getting into the bag, honey. T.I. and Tiny speaks out after being awarded over $71 million in a case against the LOL surprise doll maker. Okay, so y'all know that the OMG Girls, which is Tiny's group that she put together with her daughter and 2 other girls, were like a girl singing group, and this particular company made some dolls that they say resemble the OMG Girls, and they felt like that it was within their right to file a lawsuit because, you know, they weren't supposed to do that without their permission, because it's like they were stealing their image for these dolls and making money off of it. So T.I. and Tiny filed a lawsuit, and let me get my notes up here because I took some notes as well. Yeah, so a jury reached a verdict in, this is their 3rd case actually. Okay, they've had 3 cases with this, and T.I. and Tiny's it's in a $25 million intellectual property lawsuit against the toy maker MGA Entertainment. So that's who they sued. The company is called MGA Entertainment. So the couple sued MGA Entertainment, claiming that they stole their company's image and likeness for the dolls after the OMG Girls group that, of course, Tiny put together and signed. All right. So T.I. and Tiny originally sued for $100 million, but lost twice. They appealed the ruling, and it was announced yesterday that they won the $71 million of their $25 million lawsuit. Okay. But the dolls kind of, to me, look like Bratz dolls. Do y'all remember the Bratz dolls? I used to have a Bratz doll back in the day, but they kind of resemble a shorter version of the Bratz dolls. Okay. All right. So let's get into it, because Tiny is happy, honey, that she's getting some more money. She getting ready to go probably get her some more surgeries done, child.
This for the city, we did this for the culture. You know, and it was a fight, you know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. This fight been started in 2020, and it's now 24. And we couldn't be more happy, man. I wanted to come on here. I honestly wanted to come on here to say we wanted to thank the jurors for like just seeing us through this, man, and just believing in what we said. And they heard our story and they knew we wasn't lying. Okay. It's right there. All right. They knew we wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah. What's up, King? You need a purse? Yeah, give me my purse. They knew we wasn't lying, and man, it's amazing that they seen us through God, willing everybody, and our girl Neek at night. Yeah. And Megan, she was there. We did this for the city. We did this for the culture.
You
Rolling
did that for
Stones.
the
So
city,
yeah,
Give me a
thank
piece
y'all,
of
man. And hey, we finna turn up a little bit one time. Rolling Stones. So yeah, thank y'all, man. And hey, we finna turn up a little bit one time. Rolling Stones. So,
okay. Tiny goes on to say that, man, we may look crazy because we've been crying tears of joy. Said that we are so grateful to God. Thank you so much to the jurors first and foremost. It said we wanted to thank you in person, but you guys were gone. Said that to our amazing dream team, you guys unalived it. Said that we owe you everything. Hashtag John Cavell. Hashtag Shantae. Hashtag Rob. Hashtag Blavori. Hashtag Aaron R. We love you all so much. OMG on everything. Okay. So, hey, that's them. It says the T.I. and Tiny and the OMG Girls wins a massive $71 million jury award at the OMG Girls infringement and appropriation trial against LOL Surprise Doll Makers MGA Entertainment. Okay, so they got 17 million in real damages and 53 million in punitive damages. So that's a nice little bag. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Hell, do what you gotta do. Okay. Shout out to them, honey. Shout out to them. So maybe they might start the group back up. They were a hot little group when they were out. They were a hot little group. So we'll see what it's giving. Shout out to them, child, for winning a bag. I ain't mad, honey. I ain't mad. Tiny gonna use most of it on surgery though. Hopefully she get a button on first. Was that shade? I don't know. Maybe, child. Maybe. Y'all know we stay being shady over here. All right. Moving on. All right, so this topic here, for those of you that have children in daycare, you may want to take a look at this, because this right here, honey, this is a hot damn mess. All right, so let's let that pop up. All right. It says, dang, it says she is country hood. She is. Tiny is very much so country. That what up. Like, girl. All right, so it says, shaking my head, California daycare owner under investigation after parent discovered her alleged neglectful ways, including verbal and physical abuse, okay, serving kids that she disliked cold food and locking kids in the bathroom as punishment. See, these are the type of people who should not be over children. If you don't know how to deal with kids in terms of issuing punishment without it going that far, you never know what a child may be suffering. You probably had them in there with the light off too. Like, that's not punishment, that's torture. You don't torture a child when they're bad. Punishment and torture are two different things, okay? So a person like this should not be over children. And the fact that you would give them cold food when they act up, like, no, they should still get a hot meal. So yeah, let's get into this. This kind of makes me mad because I'm a mom. Because I had to put my foot down a few times when my son was in daycare, and they know I didn't play, baby. When they saw me coming, they already knew, because I did not play about mine. To this day, my son go to after school. They know I do not play. When I get out the car, I call ahead of time and let them know, hey, let them come out. I'm on my way. When I'm getting ready to turn on that street. But if they see me park and hit that button park and lock my door and go in, I'm about to go off about something. So yeah, I don't play by mine. But let's get into it. All right. So they says that an Oakland, California daycare owner has lost her license and might potentially lose her freedom after it was discovered that she and her staff abused and neglected children under her care for years. Years, y'all. Y'all hear this? According to the San Francisco Standard, Cynthia Jackson Burns became the owner of the respected daycare. I wouldn't say respected, Small Trans Bear, a few years ago. At first, parents thought that they were sending their children to a loving environment until one day families received an alarming anonymous text. It says that the text read, children are being pinched, thrown around, grabbed aggressively, and their belongings are being thrown around as well. Says that the text messages also claimed that the staff would punish crying toddlers by locking them inside the bathroom and leaving them there for hours. Wow. It says that the staff reportedly would smack the children with their open, bare hands and whip them with wet towels if they misbehaved. It said that the message also alleged that Cynthia hit a child so hard that she drew blood and reportedly told her staff to lie and say that the child fell. It goes on to say that Cynthia also allegedly fed kids that she didn't like cold food. Says that this obviously alarmed the parents, and they immediately started withdrawing their children from the daycare, but not without Cynthia attempting to salvage their business. It said that she reportedly blamed the message on a disgruntled employee, but it was later discovered to be a parent. It goes on to say that weeks later, an official investigation was conducted by the Community Care and Licensing Division, where they issued a total of 11 violations leading to Cynthia's license being revoked. Now, the CCLC confirmed what the parents had previously found out anonymously, that staff were leaving children in the toddler's bathroom as punishment for misbehaving or crying, describing their actions as immediate risk of health, safety, and personal rights of the children in care. Based on interviews, staff members were hitting, punching, pulling, yelling, intimidating, and calling the children inappropriate names while in care. As of now, Cynthia is being criminally investigated for her actions. Yeah, what do y'all think about that? This is scary when you have children who, because you know, children to go to daycare, some of the kids can't talk yet. They're small. Some of them are babies. You don't know why they're crying. Maybe they missed their mom. So you lock them in the bathroom because they missed their mom. Some of them are suffering separation anxiety. Some of them may be, have some type of health issues. Like, you never know. You never know why a child is crying. Maybe they don't feel good today, but you get upset because you got to deal with that, and you lock them in the bathroom for hours. That's scary. What if they would have, been unalived in the toilet? There's water in there. What if they would have been in there playing in the toilet and fell in with you locking them in there for hours? These are things that you have to think about when you are dealing with children. Children are going to have all different types of attitudes, all different types of everything. So you have to be very much so equipped when you are dealing with kids, because the day they may come to the daycare, they're happy. Tomorrow they may be fussy. That's something you have to deal with. And if you can't deal with that, maybe you should not be over children. And the fact that all the staff were in on this, like, oh my God, let's go back up to where it says that based on the interview, that staff members were hitting, pushing, pulling, yelling, intimidating, calling the children inappropriate names. You probably screaming at them, which is like, the kids were probably like this. They were probably like this. Traumatizing those kids and taking the parents' money every week. And then when they decided to pull their kids, you want to try to save the business because you don't want to lose that money. But you saying to them, keep bringing your kids. I'm going to keep abusing them because I need your money. That's what you're saying. Keep bringing your kids to me. Yeah. I'm going to hit them. I'm going to push them. I'm going to lock them in the bathroom. I'm going to feed them cold food. Yeah, keep bringing them here because I need the money. I need my business to keep running. She's lucky that they didn't put some street justice on her ass. Had that been me, I ain't going to say on here. But sad. I'm happy that there are charges being brought on her and she's being criminally investigated, because that's what needs to happen. Okay, this is abuse in every way possible. In the fact that she lost her license, you will never be able to open another daycare facility again. So that's a blessing. That is a blessing. And shout out to the parent who exposed this, because you saved a lot of kids' life. Because if you're hitting, punching, suppose you push a child and you push them so hard that they hit their head on a bookshelf or something like that, or hit their head anywhere, and they could be unalived. That is on you. Pinching and all that. Those poor kids went through trauma, and they were probably screaming and hollering every day, knowing what they were going to deal with every day at their daycare. A lot of those kids, because kids don't forget when they go to places that's uncomfortable. Like, watch your kids. Because y'all remember I told you I used to work with kids. Okay, I used to be a rehabilitative technician before I got into the job I do now as a career. But watch children who cry a lot or wet themselves when they get around certain people. Most of the time, those people are abusers. Okay, if your child is trying to get your child to go to a certain person and they're doing this, children pick up on energies. So don't force them into situations or force them to be around or with people that they are pulling away from. There's a reason. There's a reason. If children are wetting their clothes because they get around certain people, something traumatic has happened to that child around that person, or that person has done something to that child that makes them uneasy or uncomfortable being around them. So watch your children. They may not be able to vocalize it, but their actions will tell you everything that needs to be told. If they're being touched inappropriately, then they act out in certain ways. So you may want to get them into some type of child psychologist to kind of see and look deeper into what's going on with your child, and don't overlook it. I know a lot of times Black people don't believe in psychologists and counselors and stuff. That is very essential when you have children, because kids need counseling as well. They do. Even though they're children, they may not be able to vocalize it, but they're internalizing. So if they're internalizing it, it hurts them more because they're not able to get those feelings out. And then they act out in other ways. And you think they're just acting up and you're giving them a pop, when really they're really dealing with something else. So definitely watch your kids, watch who you have around your kids, check in, do pop-ins. If your children are in daycare or after school facilities, do pop-ins. I do them. I'll do a pop-in. If I'm working from home, I'll go check on my son. Just pop up for after school. I sure will. When my son was in daycare, I did pop-ups all the time. They never knew when I was coming, because I want to catch you on some shit that you're not supposed to be doing. That's what I want to do. If I'm paying you to watch mine, feed mine, oh yeah, you definitely not about to be taking my money and mistreating mine. Okay, I pay you to watch my child from the time I drop them off until the time I pick them up. At no point in time should I come and pick my child up and they have a knot on the side of their head. And I made it very clear, and I probably shouldn't have told them that. You know, whatever happens to my child, times 3 on you. I don't play about mine, period. And I don't play about mine. Whatever happens to mine is times 3 on you, period. You better watch mine. You better watch mine, okay? Period. But mine was always fighting. My son was always fighting. He didn't let nobody hit him, and he's that way to this day. After school, they always telling me, you know, so-and-so is, you know, pushed him, and okay, and what did he do? They always want to tell me what my son did first. When I'm like, okay, but what did he do? Because he don't just go around hitting people. And I taught my son, if someone hit you, hit him back. Okay. My son plays football. He's a big guy for his age, for his size, or for his age and size. And if one of those kids hit him, oh well, don't tell me that he hit him back, because that's what I told him to do. All right. So yeah, one of the little kids pushed my son, last week? And he tore their ass up. And as soon as I went to go pick him up from after school, oh yeah, I just want to let you know that so-and-so hit so-and-so. Okay, give me the entire story first. Don't just stop at he hit them. What did they do to him first? Because I'm teaching him, don't stand there like a punk and cry if somebody hits you, hit their ass back. With all your might, don't stand there and cry. And that's exactly what he do. So if you ain't ready for them hands, don't put them on him. Period. And I know you say you shouldn't teach your kids to fight. Well, you do. In this day and age where kids will sit there and record somebody putting paws on you, oh, you better fight back. You better teach yours to do it as well. But this is a sad situation. I'm glad that she is being prosecuted. Okay, let's move on. I teach mine to hit back. Sorry, call it whatever you want to. Mine ain't gonna be no punk. He got that weight and he got that football stuff behind him, because he do play. So do it if you want to, baby. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm be like, all right, baby, come on, let's go. No, you're not on punishment. You sure ain't. You sure not on punishment. He's like, Mommy, Mama on punishment. No, you're not. No, because that's what I told you to do. All right, let's move on. Mama was a fighter too when she was in school. I was always fighting, y'all. I don't know why. I had a lot. I don't know. Somebody stole my coat. My mama told me about when I was in middle school, and a little girl stole my coat and wore it to school the next day, and I beat the brakes off her ass and got my coat back. I was like, oh, okay. Yes, honey. She stole my coat, and baby, we got that coat right on back. Okay. Sure did. I was like, oh, okay. That's where I got them hands from being a little girl. All right, so let's move on, honey. All right, so sources say, honey, that Diddy's kids are taking his incarceration really hard. Said that his it's heartbreaking, and said that the state that they're in, he's really been a loving father. Now, someone is just posting this, trying to paint Diddy's image as this great father. A great father do not be out here trafficking other women's children, other women. Let's say it that way. When they have girls themselves, great fathers do not traffic women. Great fathers do not drug women and make them do things that they don't want to do. Great fathers don't be out here with defaced rifles threatening people. Great fathers don't do those things. Okay, great fathers do not do what we saw in the video with Cassie that CNN released. Okay, where you grabbed her hair, you kick punched, and all that other stuff. You guys saw the video. Great fathers don't do that, because we're looking at how many daughters here? 4 daughters. You have 4 daughters and you have 2 sons. Suppose somebody did those things to your kids, you would not like it. All right. And I doubt that you would want to sit back and watch, or maybe he would, because he is sick enough to sit back and watch a total stranger take advantage of your daughter, and you stand there and film it like you did other women while they were inebriated and or knocked out from drugs that you and your people put in their drinks. Okay, so spare me the bullshit of, oh, he's missing his kids. That's what most people who go to prison do. You're going to miss your loved ones because you're not able to see them every day and or live the same life that you live. So prison is not supposed to be easy. It is a form of punishment. And that's just what it is. This is a humbling experience for him. I'm pretty sure you're not able to order people around. You have to take orders. You got to get up at a certain time. Like they said, you got to make your bed. You got to go eat when they tell you to. You don't get to go to the refrigerator and get what you want out when you want to. You don't get to hop in your car and tell your driver to take you where you want to go. You got to do what they tell you to do. So that's got to be a huge wake-up call for someone as narcissistic and controlling as Diddy. When it takes all of your control away, I'm pretty sure he's about to lose it in there. In addition to going through drug withdrawals, because of course, y'all know every day he was on that pink cocaine, among other things. So with him not being able to do those things in jail, I'm pretty sure this is a wake-up call. And he'll be in there until his actual trial, which could be a year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 years, 5 years, or longer, given that he is in a high-profile case. He is a celebrity. There's so much, stuff that they got to look through, evidence and stuff, people that they still have to interview. It's going to take time. So his case could be, like I said, years. And he has to sit there until that happens. And then, of course, you'll get time served for the life that you're probably going to be getting. So how do you get time served for life? I mean, shit, that means you ain't getting out. Anyway, but am I going to read this? I don't care. We know that his children are going to be missing him. We know that. That's just a given. And it's sad that his children are without their mother. And now they're without their father because you made a choice and or decision when you took a vow to take care of these children after they lost their mother, and you decided to put yourself in a situation to where you're taken away from them for the rest of their life or the rest of your life, because now their mother is gone for the rest of their life. So they don't have a mother or a father thanks to you, Diddy. And you've ostracized them from being around Kim's family. Okay. Why you did that, I don't know, because that is their family as well. I don't know why he did that. Thank God they're reopening the case for Kim's unaliving, because they don't believe, and they never believed, that she died in the way that he was trying to say that she passed away. We already know that there were several autopsies done, one of which did say that she did have some poisons in her system, in which I feel like Diddy paid someone a substantial amount of money to say that it was something else, which we found out the last one that she did have was lobar pneumonia, which I don't believe that. Shout out to Al B. Sure. We talked about him yesterday, where he is also asking the feds to reopen Kim Porter's case because there were some developments that were found out that she did not pass in the way that she passed. And he does believe that Diddy has a lot to do with Kim's passing. So shout out to him for that. And I do feel like her death should definitely be reinvestigated. Okay. Yeah. While we're on Diddy, there is another case, and cases continue to pour in. My God, so many women. I feel like there's millions of women that's been violated by this man, y'all. I really feel like it's millions. It has to be in the millions. Think about it. In a 30-year span, okay? In 30 years, I'm talking about essay violations, trafficking, and all these abuse and all this other stuff that these women have gone through. I feel like it's got to be in the millions now after 30 years. It's got to be at least 1 million women that's been violated in some type of way by Diddy. All right, so this woman come forward, says that the woman claims that Diddy forced her to have sex with party guests and wants him in jail for life. It says that there was a fear of being blackballed and having your career ruined if you did not play with him. We've heard this story many times, that he threatened to blackball people's careers when they did not have these sexual rituals that he wanted them to have. Let's get into what she is saying, and then we're going to move on. I'm kind of tired of talking about Diddy stuff, but it is news I hope you guys can use. We got to stay up on the developments, so y'all be patient with me, okay? All right, it says that Diddy is really giving Bad Boy for Life a new meaning as people continue to speak out about his alleged mischievous ways, okay? It says, as we previously reported, that Audrey Sherry English hit Diddy with a lawsuit right before the federal case, which accused him of forcing her to have sex with event guests. Says that she shared more detail with the New York Post via her attorney Ariel Mitchell Kidd. It says the English recounts originally attending Diddy's Hamptons parties in 2004 to 2005 as a go-go dancer, but that all changed when she went back for a third time. Said that according to the lawsuit, that that's when she was instructed to have sex with one of the people in the attendance, or in attendance rather. Said that after 2:00 a.m. that the parties allegedly turned into a more sexual gathering as people left. Said that my client and others engaged in sex acts, and there was possibly more than drug use. It says that it was more prevalent and nobody's trying to hide it. It says that that's when Audria would be directed to have sex with this person and with that person, okay, according to her attorney. Said the English says that the guards would be posted at bedrooms, and that she would only engage in the activity because she was sure what to do and she was attending alone. Did I read that right? So the English says that guards would be posted at bedrooms and that she only engaged in the activity because she was sure what to do and she was attending alone. Yeah, I read that right. So that her lawyer said that she knew how powerful Mr. Combs was. So essentially, she just obliged. It says that another industry source told the New York Post that Diddy specifically had Miss English under his thumb. Says that was his thing, and there was a fear of being blackballed and having your career ruined if you did not play with him. Said that was the only way he operated to get what he wanted. Says that I anticipate testifying in New York's federal court to help ensure Diddy is in prison for life. So she sounds like she will be one of the people to testify against Diddy in his upcoming trial, in addition to filing her own trial against him. So that might be a great witness because she actually experienced being trafficked. That's being trafficked right there. So, and made to have sex against your will. So that's a lot of charges right there that we just read in itself. All right. Yeah. Intimidation and all that. So yeah. What y'all think about that? Diddy, damn Diddy. Shit. Something's really wrong with him. I told y'all that Diddy was touched as a child. We talk about that. Usually when people, experience that as children and they don't get help, kind of like R. Kelly. R. Kelly went through a very sexual, extensive, abusive situation growing up by his own sister. And because he did not get any type of therapy or anything, he just went on with his life. He became this huge artist. He began to invoke the same abuse on other women that he experienced as a child. He talked about a number 2 pencil being inserted into him anally through his sister. I think I did a live about this, where his sister would say, you and your brother, you guys are acting up today as punishment. You guys can't go outside. And she would use that as a form of punishment for them to stay inside so that she could sexually abuse them. Their mother was working 2 jobs, so she was never there. Their sister, who was the oldest, would watch them. And she was throughout the day would sexually abuse them. R. Kelly was as young as 7, 8 years old. And it happened all the way up until I think he said he was like 11 years old. And then he was also sexually abused by a man in their community where they found out that he had done that to R. Kelly, and they called the police on him. And when it was time for them to go to trial, he paid R. Kelly's mom a substantial amount of money. She took the money in terms of not testifying against him. So he pretty much got off on abusing her son because he paid money. So this is what R. Kelly began to do to get out of things that he had been going through with other women as well. When they would file lawsuits against him, in order to get out of those and to keep it hush hush, he would pay money. And that's what was done. That's what he saw. So he was doing what he saw. His first sexual experience was watching his sister when her boyfriend came over and was having sex. He would hear them and it was being recorded. And at one point in time, he was recording his own sister having sex with her boyfriend. She would tell him to come into the room as a child and record her having sex with her boyfriend. So he grew up in a very, 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 very weird home. Very crazy house. But I feel like had he gotten help as soon as he could, he had the money to get the best counselors that he could have gotten, but he chose not to. And he used that as his power and money to abuse other people. And now that's landed him in prison for probably life. I don't know, 30 years to life or so. So Diddy, something happened to him as a child, and he kind of invoked the same thing on women as well. He has I feel like a male or maybe a female, because y'all know usually when someone do something very egregious to you and you kind of internalize that and you don't get help, that anger begins to build up in you and you start to, I guess, put that on other people. Okay. He has a very bad relationship with his mother. He's very abusive towards his mother. He's very abusive towards women. So maybe a woman abused him as a child. Or maybe it was a man. He was abused as a child, though. Okay, he was abused as a child, but he obviously did not get help for that. And now we see that he's probably going to be spending life in prison behind it. So women, unfortunately, any woman that's ever been around Diddy probably experienced some type of abuse, whether it was yelling, whether it was him making them do things they didn't want to do. It's sad. So check on your children, honey. Check on your children so that they're not in situations that they should not be in, so that they do not grow up to be menaces to society. All right, let's get off this topic. Watch your children and watch who's around your children. Okay. All right, so let's get into the next topic. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'm trying to pick some great topics. Okay. Said what happened to his daddy. Diddy's dad, you guys know, was a street guy. He was involved in like a gang. He was well known. Diddy's dad was unalived for snitching on someone within the gang life for a crime that was committed. Diddy's dad snitched on someone and they pow-powed him in the head. Okay, they walked up to him while he was sitting in the car and pow-powed him in the head. So he was a street guy. He was in one of the biggest gangs up north. Okay, so he was involved in that, but Diddy never got to know his dad because he was unalive before Diddy I think was even knew who he was. Diddy didn't know who his dad was until he was like a teenager, and he found out because different people were telling him who his dad was, and he actually went to the library one day and pulled up his dad and found out that's who his dad was, because for years his mom lied to him about who his dad was, and he had to go to the library and find out who his dad was by looking it up. And there was a whole post, like a whole, newspaper post about his dad and how he passed away and who he was. Yeah, so that's what happened to Diddy's dad, guys. Okay. Also, if you guys want to know more about R. Kelly's, because I always like to know about people's lives and where they come from and why they become the person that they become. I like stuff like that. So I told you guys before, R. Kelly does have a book out called Solar Coaster. So for those of you that like to read, that's into stuff like that, pull that book up and read it from beginning to end. It really explains from R. Kelly's childhood all the way up until then to now why he is and why he did the things that he did. His book is called Solar Coaster, like roller coaster, but it's Solar Coaster, okay? And it gives a breakdown of his life and what he went through and why he is how he is, okay? Yeah. All right, so let's get into this next topic. Wendy Williams' ex-husband is still trying to get money out of him, and he's trying to get her executor of her estate to, her guardian rather, to kind of step back so that he can come in, because we all know that Wendy cannot really think for herself right now, which is why she has a guardian. Wendy can't go to the bank and draw money out. Her guardian has to do that. So now Kevin Hunter, her ex-husband, wants Wendy to show up in court alone without her guardian, so he can catch her off course and try to get money out of her. So let's get into this. It says that Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter demands that TV host attends divorce court hearing in person and not be presented by her guardian. We already see what you're trying to do, Kevin, okay? If you guys watched the documentary with Wendy, you already know she is not capable of representing and or speaking for herself, all right? She's just not. I think Wendy is going through some type of Alzheimer's in addition to the other illnesses that she's experiencing, okay? So let's get into it. Wendy Williams' former husband, Kevin Hunter, claims that her New York-based guardian is not legally authorized to represent her in New Jersey court, rather. Reportedly, Kevin Hunter is demanding the former TV talk show host attend divorce court in person despite keeping a low profile from the public eye. It says that, as you may know, Wendy Williams stepped away from the spotlight after news broke last year that she was diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. I just said dementia, child. Forget the other words. Shit, them long words be tearing me up. All right, so according to new court filings pertaining to the pair's divorce, it says that the television producer argued that Wendy Williams must appear on her own behalf due to claims that her legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has no legal standing in the state of New Jersey. It says that the judge overseeing the case reportedly granted Sabrina Morrissey 21 days to prove to the court that she has the legal right to represent the media mogul. Says that in the filing, Kevin Hunter, who is 54, wrote that Ms. Morrissey pro se representation of Ms. Wendy Williams is akin to practicing law without a license, as she is neither a barred attorney nor guardian appointed by the New Jersey court. Says that Kevin continued that it is conceivable that based on the history of Ms. Morrissey as it relates to allegations of malfeasance regarding persons, that she is the guardian in the New York, that she is the guardian of in New York, that Miss Williams may not need a guardian according to laws of the state of New Jersey. Okay, so he wants Wendy to pretty much show up without her guardian, and he wants the guardian to prove that she is able to represent Wendy in the New Jersey court. So Wendy is not in any way, shape, or form able to represent herself and or speak for herself. So he is trying to catch her in a position to where he can take advantage of her. That's what it sounds like. And the courts, I don't know why they didn't catch this. If she has been diagnosed with dementia and a few other illnesses, I don't see that she should be up there. With dementia alone, dementia, your brain goes in and out. So they could ask her a question and she could just answer in the weirdest way, and that could give him a win in court. But I mean, I don't know why they're not catching this, which is the reason why she was assigned a guardian in the first place. She is not capable of taking care of herself on a mental status, on a physical status. She has to have someone there around the clock. He knows that. He knows she has money. He is broke. Everything he has or had, he's losing. He lost his home. He lost his car. He lost his insurance. So he's mad at Wendy because Wendy is not, I guess, keeping his lifestyle going for him, because he chose to go out and cheat for 10 years and have a baby on her. And she decided to divorce his ass. In terms of doing that, she did have a payout for him that he received, but he done ran through the money and went out here and spent $20,000 on a ring for his side chick. And now she decided to keep that ring. And now his ass is broken. He's mad because he don't have anything to show for. So now he's coming after Wendy again. Like, why would you spend $20,000 on a ring for your side chick? And now your ass is looking stupid. He couldn't pay his homeowner's bill. So the people took his house. They took his insurance. He had to turn his car in as well. So I don't know what the hell he's doing or where he's staying. Okay. And then the side chick wound up leaving him because he ain't got no more damn money. And that's usually how it go. As long as the money is coming in, she's right there. As long as that money dry up, she's out the door. And that's what happens. So now he's right back trying to get more money from Wendy. That's unfortunate. I hope the courts do not allow him to take advantage of her. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right, so let's get off that. He gets on my nerves. He reminds me of Martel Holt so much, y'all. He is such a sorry asshole, and I don't even like calling people that. But let's get into our last topic of the day so I can rest my voice. And what time is it? 1:14. I got my appointment coming up. All right, so shout out to the Jasmine brand. Y'all know I like to give you guys updates on new shows that's coming out. Tyler Perry does have a new, a movie? A series coming out called Beauty in Black. Okay, it says it's a Netflix is releasing a teaser for Tyler Perry's debut series on platform Beauty in Black. Okay, so we're going to look at let's read this too, just to see if they can give us a little bit more insight. It says that Tyler Perry's latest project, Beauty in Black, has made its debut following the success of his Amazon hit Divorce in the Black. It says that on Tuesday, September 24th, Netflix dropped the first trailer for the highly anticipated series. Now, according to the official synopsis, that the series follows two women leading very different lives, while Kimmy is struggling to make a living after her husband kicked her out. It says that, and Mallory is running a successful business, and they find themselves entangled in each other's lives. Are they going to be on the I don't know. Let's look at the trailer for this, and y'all can see if this is something that you guys might be interested in watching. All right, let's do it.
Good morning, ma'am. Her family owns all of this. I wonder what her life is like.
I bet she ain't staying in no pay-by-the-week hotel.
beautiful and deadly.
Beauty and Black, baby.
So it's set to air October 1st, okay? I might check it out. It look like it's a little interesting, okay? I like action-packed stuff and suspense. I like suspense. I like action. I like stuff like that. So I'm going to check it out just to see what it gives. Because who knew what is Divorcing the Black was going to be as good as it was. So don't know what he got going on with this whole black stuff where he's naming everything black, beauty and black, divorcing black. Like, what's going on? Tyler, we need you to get it together over there, okay? Damn. But that is, oh no, we got to talk about Kyle over here, child. I'm talking about this last topic. No, it's not. So you guys gonna watch? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all gonna watch? Put a 1 if you're gonna watch. Put a 2 if you don't know yet. Okay. Put a 3 if y'all sick and tired of Tyler Perry. All right. Put a 1 if you're gonna watch. Put a 2 if you don't know. Put a 3 if y'all sick and tired of damn Tyler Perry. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into this news. I hope you guys can use. Melody Cherie made a post, okay? She had somebody coming against her about her TikTok. Y'all know it's always going to be a hater anytime you're trying to do something. I see you guys. I see some 1s, I see some 2s, okay? Nobody's tired of Tyler Perry. I don't see no 3s, okay? All right, we'll take it. Oh, somebody said 2, 3. Corey said 2 to 3. Okay, we'll take it. All right, so Melody Cherie made a post, okay? Obviously somebody's coming after her and she's putting out a warning and putting out a notice to let the people know you ain't getting to me, baby. God still got me. All right, we know blogger AL was coming after her with his messy ass. I'm about tired of him now. I'm so sick and tired of hearing stuff about him coming against Mel. Like, damn, when do you get over the shit? She don't want to be friends with you no more. She ain't fucking with you no more. Just move on. It's really safe to move on. People really are out here minding their business and not fucking with people. That would be me, okay? I don't be worried about people like that. If I choose not to be around you or fool with you no more, that's just what it is. I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm not somewhere crying about it. I ain't somewhere trying to ruin somebody's life because they choose not to fuck with me no more. And that's just what it is. Like, at some point in time, you got to get over this shit and realize you are going to self-destruct if you don't let go and leave people alone. Seriously. It's going to turn into a legal issue of stalking, harassment, and other things if you don't soon leave this shit alone. Like, honestly, this woman has made it very much so clear that she don't fool with you. She don't rock with you. She ain't trying to. I'm just saying. It just becomes a point in time where it becomes stalking and it becomes harassment. And those are crimes. Okay. Don't push this woman to have to feel like she got to go out there and do what she got to do because you won't leave well enough alone. Like, seriously. So this is what Melody had to say. She says, I'm rejoicing with my family, with my kids. She said, my kids are also rejoicing. My supporters are rejoicing. She says, my angels are watching over me every single day. And they're also rejoicing. And my God in heaven gets all the glory. Hallelujah. Okay. Melody goes on to say, for every single year of spiritual warfare, she says that every demonic attack, every naysayer who chose to speak curses over me and my children, every demon that tried to bully and disrupt the mental stability of me and my kids, she says that I have been positioned to reap our harvest. Okay. Then she puts the praying hands emojis up. All right. Like I said, you guys already know she's probably talking about damn AL over there because whenever Mel went live to do her TikTok, he had a whole lot of messy stuff to say. He went live and was saying all types of messy stuff about her during her TikTok, just to kind of take away the attention. She was live during her TikTok. He went live to say negative things about that as well. So this is what he had to say. He went live during Mel's live when she was on TikTok to say that Melody's TikTok was fake because said that the TikTok headquarters were not even open on Sunday when Mel said that she was at the TikTok headquarters doing her live or whatever, and that that Stormy donated the stuff that Mel used on her set for her TikTok live. Okay, and if that's the case, she still made a bag. She still sold out of everything. She's still doing what she needs to do. And if Stormy donated it, then what does that have to do with you? I'm not understanding that. That is the business between Melody Cherie and Stormy. If they had a conversation to where Stormy agreed to donate something, not saying that Stormy did donate it, but what business is that of yours to where you got to go live and continue to keep up this contention against two women who obviously don't have that type of energy? If she donated stuff for her set, if she's giving her pointers on what she needs to do in terms of having a successful TikTok, then why the fuck are you getting in the middle of it? Okay, like seriously, I'm sick of this shit for real. Now y'all see why I had to get the scissors. I don't do back and forth bullshit like that. I can't be around a person who is always on the I'm gonna get you back bullshit. It's just not that serious. I wake up happy. I wake up minding my business. The majority of my day is focused on what can I do to make a bag and how can I focus on business. That when I'm not on YouTube, I'm focused on business, guys, for real. I'm not sitting back doxing people, pulling people up, trying to find out where people live. I'm not scrolling the YouTube streets trying to destroy people. I'm not on that shit. I'm serious. When I'm not on YouTube, I'm busy. And folks need to understand, stop scrolling the internet and doing crazy shit. That just means you don't have enough stuff going on when you are doing that. Like, it's starting to become transparently crazy of this person. And I don't even like to go there. I don't like to talk about other bloggers, but damn, this shit is starting to get annoying. Like, it's all over the damn YouTube streets, the Facebook streets. Like, let this shit go. Okay, for real. This girl ain't bothering you. She ain't doing no lies talking about you subliminally or directly. Like, let this shit go. It's starting to be going crazy. We talked about earlier where Sunny went live and she was talking about people issuing death threats towards her, where she sounds so damn sad on her live, where she's tired of people still talking about her and this Moses situation, and they almost married a whole year. Like, stop explaining shit to people and just let them think what the fuck they want to think at this point. That's just my thing. Stop explaining stuff to people. Live your life in your own truth. And if they want to think something crazy, baby, let them think it. Stop explaining shit to people. You don't owe anyone an explanation in terms of why you choose to do what you choose to do in your life. I promise you it's okay to live your life and stop focusing so much on other people. It's crazy. It's crazy. I would not even address it. I'm going to give you dust when you be on that level of mess. Because really, that's what you're looking for, attention. I'm always going to give you the opposite of what you're seeking. You want my attention, you're going to get dust. Period. Focus on your own life. There's enough for everybody out here to be successful. It doesn't mean that Melody is trying to be Stormy or that Stormy is trying to be Mel. TikTok is for everybody. TikTok is not just for Stormy. Stormy went on and did her TikTok thing. Mel went on and did hers. Nobody is comparing and nobody is trying to say that one person is better than the other. I see two Black women out here getting it, being successful, making money on their business shit. That's what I see. But unfortunately, when you have people who are steady driving this narrative of trying to make Black women compete, that's when it becomes mess and bullshit. Like, it needs to stop, honestly. What you competing for? What are you competing for? It's enough room at the top for everybody. If you're supposed to be there, you'll get there. If you ain't there yet, then work on some things within yourself to get there. You don't need to pull anybody down. You don't have to sabotage anyone else to be successful. Either you got it or you don't. That's just how I see it. Either you have it or you don't. If you got to destroy someone else to become what you're trying to be, then that means you don't have it. I'm going to say it again. If you have to destroy and sabotage someone else in their success to stop them from being successful, then that means you don't have what it takes to be who and where they are. You see something in them that you like in them, that you wish to be, but you don't have a fucking clue how to do it, and you don't have what it takes to get there. So what do? You try to sabotage them. You continuously harass them. You continuously comfort them, say negative shit about them, to try to break them and to throw them off course. And every time you look up, this girl stay winning. And it's a slap in the face. And you would think by now people would stop. You would think by now that people would stop trying to pull this person down. It takes too much energy. It really does. I would rather focus that attention and that energy on my own level up versus trying to harm someone else. I'm just not in it for that. I'm just saying. I'm just not in it for that. I want to see everybody do well. That's just my attitude. I have no hate towards anybody. God has blessed everybody with gifts. You just have to tap into whatever it is. Okay? You have to tap into whatever it is that he blessed you with. Everybody was born with a gift. Yeah, it's another reason Brian Gilliard. Okay? It's another. Me and him used to be friends at one point. So he know my husband. and he know a whole lot of stuff, so he know not to fuck with me like that. Okay, I told y'all there's a caramel rail on YouTube, and then there's one off YouTube. All right, I'm just trying to say I don't even fuck around like that. Haha, it's jokes on YouTube, but it's not so much funny off YouTube. So I try to keep this shit cute and mute and do what I got to do on here. Period. I don't be trying to come for people like that because I don't have time for that. But bottom line is, let's stop the ridiculousness and let's just be who we're supposed to be. Focus on your level up and focus on what you got to do. Like seriously, people playing these games like that, somebody's gonna get hurt for real. Somebody's gonna get hurt if they continue this shit, and that's not a threat to anybody. That's just facts. At some point in time, people are not going to continue to put up with your bullshit. Okay, period. People not. I mean, Melody's gonna get tired at some point, and if she has to take that shit legal, you got to do what you got to do out here. All right, let's get into this Kyle Ivanko, since we mentioned Stormy. Kyle Ivanko, y'all know he was her former manager and he had 50 other titles. All right. He filed to dismiss Stormy's lawsuit against him. I'm hearing you guys. Of course, you know, Kyle said, preach my Kojic sister. Yeah, I'm Kojic, but I get in somebody's ass if they piss me off. For real. I'm real on that shit. For real. Like, yeah, ask about Kim out. Okay, for real. All right, let's continue. I ain't about to put that on YouTube. We ain't about to go there. All right. Let's stay with the ha-has. Ha-ha. Okay. All right. So Kyle filed his course with his right. Okay. Yeah. We about it. We about it. Try me. Kyle filed his case with the federal courts. Okay. And Stormy, of course, filed hers in Alabama court. All right. So he is very serious about his. I would think the federal court and Alabama court would be a little different. So Kyle kind of know what he's doing. How you coming for a person who made you though? I don't understand that, Stormy. That's weird to me. How are you coming for a person who pretty much made your business and made you successful? He knows the ins and outs of your business and pretty much everything about you. Like, I don't get that. So, but Stormy filed, they're saying as of August the 15th of 2024, and she was supposed to, and she had paid Kyle, they're saying $300,000. But of course she owes him more money. It says that she paid him salaries and bonuses between 2023 and 2024. And he helped the company, of course, take off. Now he was the CEO and graphic designer, they're saying, for his own company that he left to come over to help Stormy with her business. Okay. He left his company, they're saying, April the 23rd, I think, of last year. And then July 18th of 2024 is when he and Stormy had their falling out. Y'all remember when he did the long post where he blasted her and told her everything about, and he was very factual about dates and times and months and everything else when everything kind of happened. But he and Stormy had that falling out where Stormy wound up firing him, and then he had to go and file that lawsuit against her. So yeah, so in addition to him filing a lawsuit against her, she went to Alabama and filed one against him, which I don't think that shit's gonna work. I'm pretty sure he's got all his ducks in a row. He's got his paperwork together showing that Stormy owes him money, and every time she goes live, you owe him 30%, ma'am, because he's saying that there's paperwork showing that he is 30% owner of Canvas Beauty now. So I don't know what kind of papers that you signed, maybe when you had a little drinky drink or something, I don't know. But this man is saying he owns 30% of Canvas Beauty. So anything that you make, even after you fired him, that still does not negate the fact that you owe him. So you out here getting body makeovers and getting your chin cut off, and you ain't touched your nose yet. I don't know why. You're getting your breasts and all this done. You're getting all this body work done. You're taking all these little expensive trips to Florida and out here buying Tesla trucks and stuff. I hope you put the money aside for him. I'm just saying, I hope you put the money aside that you owe him, because you're going to wind up owing him in the end. I feel like she's going to have to pay him. All right. So it's saying that there was some type of declaration judgment, and Stormy was asking for a declaration judgment and for fees to be waived, and ruling that she would not have to pay him. So that is what she was trying to file in her lawsuit. But of course, with Kyle filing his lawsuit first, and making his case a federal case against her, I think that he is definitely going to come out on top and get whatever is owed to him. She's going to probably wind up owing him millions. She's going to owe him millions, okay? She's going to owe him millions. Because what are we in now? September, so July. Let's see, July, August, September. Yeah, that's already 3 months of pay right there. So, and he was saying that she was paying him up to $300,000. So, I mean, shit. 300,000 times 3, that's a lot of money already. So yeah, so Kyle pretty much filed a motion, like they're saying, to dismiss Stormi's lawsuit against him because he feels it is stupid that she is coming after him when really she owes him money. So we're gonna see exactly what this case is gonna be giving. Okay. I hope he wins this case so he can get his damn money. Stormy, why are you paying to not have to pay somebody when you know you owe them? That's some bullshit right there. Okay. But you can't outsmart somebody, honey, who was smarter than you, because your account was in the red, your business was in the red, and Kyle was able to turn your business around. And now that you feel like you got the know-how and you got your footing when it comes to your business, now you feel like you don't need him and you disposed of him because you didn't want to have to continue to pay him. But what you didn't realize is a contract is always a contract. So you have to follow that. And when you become in breach of contract, he can ask for monies in other ways as well, in addition to you breaching that contract. So we'll see what it gives, because he sounds like he is very smart and he know his shit. So that's a person that you definitely don't want to come up against when they know their stuff. Okay, but that's our show for the day, guys. Let me go downstairs and get dressed. I do have an appointment at 3:30. I'm gonna go see my doctor so they can subscribe me something, maybe give me a shot or something. I don't know. So I can get a little better, because my throat is a little scratchy. So thank you guys for bearing with me. My reading skills were a little off today because I don't feel so good, but thank y'all still for supporting the show. All right. I see the hearts. I see them. Thank you, Impetitious. Thank you, Bill Wilson, KBR, Linda Gamble, and Tyra. And thank you to all of my content creators that's joined. Y'all know I got to keep my notes because I'll be forgetting, child. True TV Podcast. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, Dear Retalk Show. I see you in the building. Messy Hoes ATL, Boss Lady Bren. Thank you, Girlfriend Chronicles, and Love Seeing Her. If there's any more, guys, let me know. I'll be happy to shout you out. Anybody in the bushes that's supporting as well, thank y'all. I love you guys down. I will see you guys later. Okay. This is a great show as usual. I appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate y'all. You guys have a great day. And until next time, let me get my music ready, child. Until next time, goodbye.